Okay, so I don't know about you, but if you listen to my rant, I must have listened to that at least like 7 times. I have been pushed to my brink, but you know what? I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing, and I'm not going to stop. And no amount of negative energy that's sent my way is going to prevent me from doing what it is that I wish to do and that I enjoy doing. Um, a few things I wanted to talk about that I never mentioned before previously. There's some things that happened in my past that I talked about, and one of which was, the whole idea of letting a child decide whether or not they want to hug somebody, or, giving them the opportunity to say, this is my body, I get to choose, right? And then some people could be like the mentality, oh, they're a child, they don't know what they want, right? But if you have a stranger or just, even a friend of yours, and you tell your child, go hug them, go give them a hug, or, you know, any kind of physical contact, and not giving the child the opportunity to say no if they're not comfortable, I think it's very important at an early stage to let them choose what they do with their bodies. Now, when I was growing up, there was a lot of groping. I remember a certain person in my family, they would pull me towards them and have me, literally pull me by the hips and have me sit on their lap, a male, um, grabbing inappropriately at certain parts of my body, making comments. The touching of the small of my back is still like uncomfortable for me, and I don't like, if they're not going to be like a romantic lover, I don't like people grabbing at my hips, like holding my hips. um, at one point I remember my parents had me go stay over at a friend of theirs, an adult. I think I was in my early teens, and they had me go sleep over at this person's house. Now, as far as I know, nothing happened. I don't remember anything happening, but now that I look back on it, it's just weird. It's almost like they pimp me out to their friends or expecting something to happen, right? For what the reason is, I don't know, but having your child go stay at a friend of yours house by themselves, that's weird. And I don't mean weird as in you're an oddball, but I mean that's sexually inappropriate, to sleep over at somebody's house. Now, I do understand there's babysitters and all this stuff. I understand what comes with that, but having me go for a sleepover, a child to an adult's house for a sleepover. Anyways, I could be blowing that out of proportion, but there's another instance where both my parents were, more so my stepfather, shaming me because I didn't want to go with them to a nudist resort. So close by their house, they have a nudist resort, and they go there almost like every weekend. And they told me about the rules and stuff, how you're not allowed to stare, and they even had a friend of mine go with them. Friend of mine go with them. Now, he's old enough to choose for himself what he wants to do, but I had many friends that my parents hit on, or that they made um, advancements towards, or something like that. Anyways, so I didn't want to go. I think I was 17 at the time, and I said, no, I don't want to go to the nudist resort. And they're like, it's okay if you're ashamed of your body. We understand. It's okay if you're not comfortable showing yourself to people. I said, no, I don't want to go to a fucking nudist resort with my parents. What the fuck don't you understand about that? So at that point, I stood up for myself. I was really happy I did that. But the whole mental um, manipulation and getting you to feel shame, or persuading you in a certain direction just to get the results that they wanted, that whole mind fuckery sort of thing is one of the things that I grew up with, making me feel uh, a certain way about myself. Anyways, that aside, I do really agree with parents giving their child the right to decide what they want when it comes to physical contact with another. Okay? Another thing I noticed that a lot of parents are doing with the helmets, it's very important. It may seem silly to maybe older generations for a child to wear a helmet, but to understand how detrimental it is, especially if a child hits their head, the concussions that can occur and the stunting of growth or development that can occur and the medical issues that can occur when certain things are happened when a child's head is knocked. I'm pretty sure shaken baby syndrome's also in that category as well. But yeah, I really like that I'm seeing that. I don't have children of my own, but if I did, I completely agree with them wearing a helmet at certain stages growing up. And no, you can't protect them the whole time, but them playing around or even being in a stroll or anything, preventative measures are very important. So it's good to see that. And I do realize a lot of parents are making, in my age group, are making certain choices to prevent certain things from happening that can cause long-term damage or long-term issues. And I only hope that it's more implemented in schools about learning about emotions and how to control that part, because that's the chemical release in your brain. That part of a child not being able to rationalize and understand where their emotions are coming from. I just had an experience with a child, and he hurt his ankle or something like that, and I asked him to sit down. I didn't touch him. I said, I just need you to breathe. Do it with me, breathe. And he started calming down. And I said, okay, show me it. And I said, okay, it doesn't look broken. It doesn't look like it's bruised or anything. I said, how are you feeling now? I said, a bit better. I said, okay, good. Let's go inside now. But I did my best, as this is not my child. I did not physically touch the child, but I did my best to try to calm him down. So I think communication is important as well. But if they can do that in schools, I don't remember what it was he said that they were already doing for exercise and stuff, but if they can do the whole breathing or management of emotions, that would be freaking amazing, like a rainbow class. Anyways, I just wanted to get that out, okay?